Well, as we approach the midway point of the month of February, a lot of us are thinking about couples retreats, sweetheart banquets, and things like that. In fact, after I teach my practical theology class this morning here at West Coast Baptist College, Terry and I will be driving down for our annual couples retreat in Palm Springs, and already a lot of staff are there, and we're going to be greeting, I think, around 300 couples and preaching and doing some training. We always look forward to this time with the families of our church. I remember our very first couples retreat 25 years ago. I was such a rookie that I rented just a large house up at Lake Arrowhead here in Southern California, and literally had the guys sleep on the first floor and the gals sleep on the second floor. And actually it was a great retreat. There was no fighting, no arguing, but my wife will never let me forget how dumb I was with respect to couples retreats. So we've advanced from there. We're going to a nice resort tonight and looking forward to a great time. But I wanted to take a quick minute and just talk with you today about the subject of marriage and ministry. And I'm going to speak mostly from the standpoint of my responsibility as a pastor and as a husband. And you know, the scriptures say in Ephesians chapter 5, husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. And I know on my part, I fall way short of that sacrificial love model that Jesus gave. But I truly desire to grow every year into the likeness of Christ, every day into the likeness of Christ. And that includes in my relationship towards Terry. And just a couple quick thoughts that I'd share with you today regarding marriage and ministry. First of all, I want to challenge you to love your wife. And I know that sounds basic, but I mean to express that love. We know that God first loved us. We know that God is love. And he was not just a being of love, but he expressed that love on Calvary. And think of practical ways to express your love to your wife. It might be that consistent date every week. Terry and I, most every Monday, enjoy either lunch or dinner together. It might be those thoughtful deeds throughout the week, around the house, just picking up some things, doing some things unexpectedly to be a blessing to her, remembering those special days. But love your wife and fill that emotional love bank, as they call it, daily. Because a lot of us as pastors, we get in a hurry. We're taking withdrawals from that emotional love bank by our temperament, by our hurriedness. But we need to deposit into that love bank day after day after day. So love your wife. Secondly, I just would say this: labor with your wife. I watch younger pastors and sometimes middle-aged pastors where the wife is working, and I'm not saying that's wrong, but she's working outside of ministry, and soon it's like she has her track in life, he has his track in life. Sometimes the income stream from a working wife can even diminish the passion and the work ethic on the part of the pastor. Not in all cases, but there comes a general passiveness towards ministry that develops on the part of a wife that really didn't intend it to be that way. It just happened that way. So let me encourage you to labor together, make visits together, make time to entertain couples from your church together. My wife teaches the fourth grade girls and gets to know a lot of our families in the church through that. She conducts a ladies' Bible study. She taught, I think, 180 ladies the Word of God this past Wednesday. And we have enjoyed laboring together, and it makes Terry feel a part of my life and my ministry as well. So love your wife, labor with your wife. And then thirdly, let me just say this: laugh with your wife. Make sure that you're not always focusing on which family left the church or which family's negative or which lady gossips. I'm so glad my wife has never gotten involved in those things in the church, and she really has encouraged me just to enjoy ministry, to find the fun in ministry, and we've enjoyed laughing with our kids, with our church family, and just keeping it light over the years. And there are those valleys, no question, but a merry heart doeth good like a medicine, and being with your wife should be a light time. Don't always rehash every problem of the ministry when you're together, but spend time praising and laughing together. And I pray today that your marriage and ministry will be mightily blessed of God in this new year.